Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me this morning in Brantford. My name is Craig Hallstrom. I'm the president of electric operations here for Eversource. This morning I'm joined with Jamie Cosgrove, first selectman of Brantford, and we're working together to get the town back up and going from the devastating storm from yesterday afternoon. We've had about 400 crews in total between today, last night, working on the restoration. In this particular event, we had about 24 towns impacted by the severe storms, but as you can see from our outage map behind me, this area of Connecticut really took it hard, and clearly in the Brantford area, really hard. And I suspect as the weather folks look at the details, there'll most likely be a tornado declared in this area. This morning we have about 20,000 customers out across our system. 16,000 of those are in this location, which is why we brought our command center down here to this lot. And again, I want to thank the state of Connecticut for allowing the setup. We have our command center that has all our tools and equipment that we need to run the restoration. We're bringing in materials. Just a load of poles just came in, and we'll be working out of here until we finish. In terms of damage, it's as we've seen in the past several weeks, it's trees. Significant tree damage impacted by the storm. A lot of roads closed. Traffic was really tied up yesterday. Working closely with the town in terms of clearing the roads, getting things opened up. Made some great progress last night. Our crews focused last night on getting the backbone, the supplies into the town from the substation. Done a lot of work clearing, and we suspect this morning we're going to start seeing some large chunks of load being restored. We'll continue with those backbones and then work into the side taps until we can get this cleaned up. So again, making great progress, working very closely with the community, and I suspect by the end of today we'll have made really good progress. Still doing some damage assessment, especially on the side roads, and I suspect we're going to see some pretty heavy damage with cross arms broken, poles broken, and again, heavy tree damage.
Thank you, Craig. Jamie Cosgrove, first selectman for the town of Brantford. I just, as mentioned, we have been working through the night, trying to make safe the roads opening up, but still, I ask everybody just avoid any unnecessary travel. That'll only delay the restoration process. We have crews out there right now still trying to get things open, a lot of equipment mobilizing throughout town. So I ask everybody, just be patient, and we're working as quickly as we can along with Eversource to get everything open safely and restore power. Thank you.
Do you have questions?
How does this damage compare to what we saw, following Tropical Storm Diane? I don't know.
Well, I think it's very similar. I mean, the benefit of this, it's very contained, but again, it's all about trees. Substantial tree damage in Isaias, and we're going to see substantial tree damage during this much smaller event, but it's all about trees.
You mentioned, I know you have to wait for the National Weather Service, but you mentioned that a tornado might touch down. Can you explain what you're seeing that suggests that?
So reports that I've heard from yesterday's event that just very, very significant winds, and which characteristic of a hurricane, very condensed in location, which would maybe significant, would indicate a tornado, and we'll see. But I've heard wind gusts up to 90 miles an hour.
Can you tell us about what happened to that substation that knocked out most of the power?
So the substation, as transmission lines come into it, the transmission lines operated. There wasn't any damage in the substations, and we were able to get the transmission line back. But what we found was the real damage was downstream of the substation. So even though yesterday afternoon the substation was back up and running, the circuits going into the town had so much damage, those had to be cleared, and that's what we focused on last night.
I know the governor has activated the National Guard. Can you talk about how they're going to be helping out with restoration efforts or cleanup? You know, what's their role going to be?
It's all about clearing roads, getting the debris out of the way. We also have some debris clearing crews from our gas company coming in. So it's really a matter of working hand in hand with the community to open up the roads, to allow restoration crews to get in, our crews, but also for police, fire, and the community in general, just to open up travel. I think that's the big focus.
Can you talk about the response here as it comes to the tropical storm Isaias, some of the lessons learned, and what you're doing differently, if anything?
Well, we watch the weather just constantly. So Wednesday, a lot of forecasts about potentially severe storms coming in on Thursday. The Weather Service was talking about the state, about 60% of the state could have storms. It's hard to tell where. So we stood up crews like we did in Isaias on Thursday morning, but obviously we didn't know where they were going to hit. So we had crews spread out across the areas that had the highest prediction. And then when the storms hit yesterday, we had people ready and we mobilized.
So are you thinking that people will not be without power as long as in some of the instances that we saw last time?
Oh yeah, by far. You know, the majority of our customers in the communities other than Brantford will most likely all be back, except for maybe very small amounts by the end of today. And then we'll work, you know, continuously to get the Brantford up and going, but nowhere near the durations that we saw a few weeks ago.
Do you have enough crews here in Connecticut to respond to this, or are you getting calls from out of state?
Again, so this was a smaller event. We were able to bring in crews from our other companies. We brought them in yesterday, and because of the, you know, this storm was a more localized forecast, and we were able to bring in a lot of crews yesterday from our other companies and plus other contractors. So we have plenty of crews today. This is obviously a much different storm than what we saw during the tropical storm. Okay, thank you.